Well, hey, babe. Good morning. Good morning. Let me know that you guys can hear me without issue. Good morning. Good morning, Nicole, Laprice, Natasha, Black Storm. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. What is going on, everybody? Girl, why when I start talking, the birds decide they want to start talking too? Like, girl, they weren't saying shit all morning. And as soon as I get to talking, girl, here they mother go chirping and shit like that. Girl, like, be quiet. Get from outside my window, girl. Fly on, honey, with all that motherfucking noise early this morning. But anyway, honey, good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about a few things, honey. It looks like Bishop Whitehead is back at it again. We're gonna chit chat a little bit about 50 Cent and Mr. Kanye West. Okay. We're definitely going to talk about all of that. Okay. Good morning. Come on in, hit the like button, all that other great stuff. Okay. Yeah, all that other great stuff. Okay, so real quick, I want to talk about this real quick. Like, y'all know Jesse Williams and his wife got a divorce not too long ago. But Miss Girl has really been on his ass. I know she put a post up the other day talking about their children and how it seems like they have to fly to meet their dad like in the middle of the week or something like that. Let me pull up that and see what she was saying about that post. She said, is it good for the health and wellness of a 7 and 8-year-old to be taken out of school on a regular basis to fly across country overnight on a red eye to be on the ground for 2 days? So is that how y'all split y'all time up with the kids in the middle of the week for 2 days? I don't think that's healthy. In my opinion, I think that's a whole motherfucking lot for a 7 and 8-year-old, you know. But she also goes into more detail about the breakdown of their marriage, or not so much as the breakdown, but how they ended up getting together. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna talk about this real briefly. You know what I'm saying? It's that we wait for more people to come on into the motherfucking chat. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I could go ahead and show this on the screen. Give me 1 second. Let's add it. I'll do it like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and chat about that real quickly. So she says some timeline fun facts for the archive. And I ain't really noticed about their relationship. So I just, you know what I'm saying? Just want to share this as more people come in. So she talks about it. She says that my ex and I met at 22 years old on August 31st of 2003 in Brooklyn. He was living in Philly working as a substitute teacher. I never knew he was a substitute teacher. I thought he was straight into acting. Okay. But anyway, she was a real estate broker. So baby girl Ben had money from the beginning. Wow, wow, wow. So when I see this, and I believe they just settled their divorce, I feel like that happened maybe earlier this year or last year. And it seems like he wasn't really trying to give her a whole lot of money when it came to taking care of the kids and stuff. But I'm over here reading this stuff like, but it seems like she was taking care of your motherfucking ass. Okay, while you was out here pursuing acting. So pay her for her pain and pay her for her time. And you could say the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, she says 3 months later, he moved in with me. Girl, not 3 months later, honey. 9 months later in 2004, I bought my first condo as in just me with my money. So 9 months later, she bought her own. Okay. And then they moved in to the condo. Now, 2 years later in 2006, after doubling my money on the condo, I sold it to buy a two-family household or buy a two-family house around the corner. But this time I naively added his name to help build his motherfucking credit. Wow, wow, wow. And see how they do you, girl? Oh, wow. Wow. She says, and show him how serious I was about our plans for the future. At this point, it should have been that he should have been showing you how serious he was about y'all plans for the future. Because what was he bringing? You were out here doing everything. Now, in 2007, she says, I bought a second duplex next door. Miss Girl had money, y'all. I was still working as a real estate broker. And you know, brokers, from my understanding, get paid more than just agents. So she's saying that she says, I bought my second complex next door. I was still working as a real estate broker, and he was a legal temp. So he was doing legal temp, girl. So I guess he was doing temp services in a legal department or something. And he was a hotel server while auditioning here or there. And later in 2007, they ended up getting engaged. In 2008, the banks failed and her business paused. She says, but luckily my properties had tenants and we were able to live off of my immaculate or accumulate credit over the years, and their rent payments to pay pretty much bought him some time. Then she says he started to get acting jobs here or there. And by the end of 2008, the market started to open up again in real estate. Though we decided we should sell one of the houses and move to LA to give acting a more serious chance. She says, being from California, I had enough of winter and was tired of working 7 days a week. And if we were going to be able to have a family, he needed to be able to make more money and build a career. So I guess all these years later was when he decided that he was ready to like make more money so they could build a family. Ooh, BITC mother. Okay. Then she says by 2009, with a couple of movies under his belt to promote himself better and the money from the sale of one of the Brooklyn houses, we took the leap of faith and moved to LA. She says he went first to start building relationships, and I followed that fall. It felt like the stars aligning when just a couple of weeks after I landed in town, he booked a series regular job. Okay, I wonder if that was what wasn't he on Grey's Anatomy? I wonder if that was the series regular job that he ended up booking that propelled him. So anyway, she says, despite bringing many people onto the roster to help manage the new business, I was essentially our unofficial manager, negotiator, and business manager. So what that sounds like to me is that you negotiated his deals and stuff for him, like you was like his manager and stuff. Wow, wow, wow. She says hashtag receipt season, hashtag some light cleanup, hashtag the truth matters. Jesse, 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 Jesse. I'm a bit disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed because it sounds like she held it down so that you can. And I feel like a lot of women do that often. They hold it down so that the man can grow and be who they want, who they feel they need to be. And then they turn around and they SHI on the ladies at a later time. I just feel like that's fucked up, in my opinion. And not Candace down in the comments telling me some past the collection plate because this a word. Oh, wow. Okay. But I just wanted to bring that to y'all because I was like, oh, she's on his ass. She just put some up the other day. Now she's putting this out, giving us the details of their relationship. So what else is she going to drop and let the people know at a later time? All I can say is that I'm disappointed in Jessie. And you should get that lady her coin, whatever that coin looks like. You know what I'm saying? Because she held it down before you really became big in the acting field. So what the fuck? But anyway, child. Okay, so y'all saw that too. All right. Okay. Period. Right. The brokers get paid as she should be. Jessie got mama effed up. Period. And she got your kids. Oh, child. And then I don't even think they was fully divorced when he was around here, dipping it and doing it with Taylor. What's her name? Taylor Page, the cute little girl from Hit the Floor. She ain't no little girl, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let me go ahead and move on. I just wanted to bring that to y'all this morning. Okay, let's scoot over and talk about 50 Cent because I do want this live to be pretty short. Okay, just the FYI. 50 Cent, he is leaving Starz. I know him and Starz have been having issues, but now he's out here looking for other, I guess, streaming deals because he is not renewed his deal with Starz. And y'all know he got Power over there. I think he got BMF over there. And I feel like he got another show that's over there. And maybe it's just those two, Power, BMF. I feel like he got like one more short show that's over there on Starz. But either way, he's working on some other streaming deals. So I don't know what platform he gonna go to. And I do feel like sometimes when you go to different streaming companies or different studios, they shoot things differently. So my thing is, I hope that it still is entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like don't go to BET. I don't think that would be good. I mean, maybe Hulu would be okay, possibly Netflix, maybe, I don't know, he may try and go to Showtime, or is Cinemax still around? Girl, he may try and go over there. Okay, so he got 5 shows on Starz. Thank you for that, Josh. I don't even know what 5 they are. I can only think of Power and BMF. But yeah, don't go to BET. I don't know if they're gonna do it, because some people hit different when you put it on different platforms and stuff. So we'll see. Either way, 50 Cent, honey. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? You know what? There's a show out now that he got out. I think BMF is back, or was it? No, it's Kanan. I think it's Power, but it was the Kanan version. That one's been out. I have not seen not a single episode since it's dropped. So, girl, I got to get back into it. I feel like they're probably on episode 5? I don't even know because I ain't been watching it. I think I fell asleep on the first episode, and then I haven't picked it back up. Yeah, it's the Canaan book 3. Girl, they on episode 6. Embarrassing, girl. Oh, HBO Max might be good. That might be good, Omar. Oh yeah, then you got before. Now see, that's the probably the only one that I really really like is the one with Tommy. And that one just came back. Well, he only did one season so far. That one was really good. That one was really good. But the other one with Tyreek, that's cute too. That's cute. But Force, that one is on a different motherfucking level. That's a really good one. I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna give him a pat on the back for that one. Girl, he did that. But anyway, we got to get over here to this pastor, girl. We got to talk about the pastor. But before we get to him, we got to talk about Yeezy. And I have to talk about this. I think this is kind of effed up. But at the same time, I feel like that's what you get at the same time. So let me share my screen on that and show y'all what Kanye over here putting up on his page real quick, like, okay? So Kanye puts this up on his page real quick. He's talking about some Welp. I guess the war's not over. Now y'all know he went on a rant with the Gap not too long ago where he actually ended up terminating a deal with them. But what's crazy is the fact that I believe they own his likeness. Hey, Miss Ariane, how are you? I believe that they own this man's likeness because they gave him a summary of restrictions on Yeezy standalone activities under licensing and endorsement agreements with Adidas. Oh, girl, and a strategic agreement with Gap. Restriction: neither Yeezy nor Ye may use, wear, sponsor, promote, market, advertise, endorse, design, manufacture, license, sell, or provide consulting services with respect to any of the following products under the Yeezy trademark or Ye's likeness or any other identifiable attributes, features, or whatever. Okay, so it's quite a few things. So I'm kind of confused because I'm like, is this what he's sending to them? Or is this what they give it to him? Because it looks like this probably is what they give it to him, saying that he can't use his own SHI. Now, when I go through his other post on his page, he says magically, no production companies have been willing to produce my Yeezy fashion show that's coming up in Paris on October 3rd. Girl. And then he says it's funny that Bob Martin called me and said we are amicably ending our deal, but I can't do a fashion show, but they can keep selling my products. So when I see this, I'm thinking to myself, so wait a minute. You did this deal only for them to use your likeness and you can't even use it because that's what it sounded like to me. You can't even get nobody to produce the shit. Like that's some crazy shit. I don't understand why people do this. I mean, I guess it is for the money initially, but in the long run, does it really make sense that somebody owns your brand, owns your likeness? They pretty much control you. When did that become a thing? When did people start selling that type of shit? Okay, it's one thing to sell your name, I guess, but you selling everything about you because we just talked about this not too long ago. Excuse me, with Shaq. Shaq's son was trying to, I guess, trademark his own name, and he got shot down by the same company that controls Shaq. And they said that it would be too much of a conflict of interest. And I'm just like, why they own your anyway, Shaq? That makes no sense. But honestly, Shaq is also a stakeholder in that company, and he also owns the likeness of a lot of people. And I do believe Michael Jackson is one of those people. So it's giving Shaq gonna always have a coin. I guess that was a part of the trade off. All right. Somebody says, wow. He's saying he doesn't take advice from people broker than he is. Us broke folks, we have told you not to be so foolish, at least. Right. Right. Not hopefully Pete got his karma. Child, I just thought that was hella interesting to me. Like, what the fuck is going on, Kanye? Well, either way, good luck. Hope it works out for you. All right. Now we got to get to this pastor. Okay. Let's talk about this pastor. And this is Mr. Bishop. Girl, I don't know what this means. He a pastor this week, a bishop the next week, girl, whatever. Okay. A leader in the church, supposedly. Mr. Whitehead. Now, it's always some shit about him. Ever since I found out about the fact that he ended up getting robbed for his jewelry of like, what, $1 million or something like that. It's always been some shit with him. Always been some stuff. He hopped on a platform, y'all, not too long ago with Larry Reed and another young woman, and he dragged this woman down. The woman, I guess she was giving him critique about his stuff, and he was sitting over there calling her Biggie, telling me something, you Biggie big because you're not Biggie small. Like just dragging a woman. Just hella disrespectful. So when we learned that he has actually laid hands, okay, and not a church way on somebody in his church that happens to be a woman, it's like we're not surprised. Okay, so let me get a little bit into this article. I want to show y'all the video, but unfortunately, I'm not going to show you guys the video because YouTube began real funny with that. But what I could do for you, girl, is I could share this link for y'all to look at on your own. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all can look at that on y'all own and see what it is that he did. Okay, so let's get to this article real quick. Like, all right, they're saying Brooklyn pastor manhandles woman during service. Okay, a Brooklyn pastor was caught on video manhandling a woman during his Sunday service, and while cops certainly responded to the scene, it doesn't appear he has yet been arrested. Now, at this time that TMZ dropped this, he wasn't arrested. Okay, but Mr. Man is arrested now. They're saying the guy's name is Bishop Lamar Whitehead, and he heads up the local chapter of the Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries. All right. And this is where things kind of got a little shaky. And they was on live. He was streaming this live. Okay. They said it's unclear what exactly happened or whatnot. They said there was an argument over somebody filming Whitehead during the service, and it boiled over with an alleged physical confrontation. And it's kind of like we can't really say that that's alleged, in my opinion, because there is footage of said incident taking place. Okay, so he's up there, speaking in tongues, and I don't even know if he's saying it right or if it's real or he just saying some shit. You know what I'm saying? So he over there speaking in tongues at the church, and then he calls out people for, yeah, they want to be on social media and they want to have their cameras. Yeah, get her out of here, get her out of here. So when she gets up to walk past him, this man goes over there and yanks this woman's up, okay, by her neck or whatever, and it looks like he about threw her the way that he grabbed up on this woman. Okay. And there was some video that leaked at a later time of this woman where she actually did have a scar on her right side, on the right side of her neck. Okay, so he definitely did some things. Okay, they said Bishop Whitehead appears to get interrupted by someone out in the pulpit who's shouting. I ain't hear the person shouting, but okay. And he tells the congregation to let her record, which escalates into him inviting her up. I don't recall him inviting her up, but he asks the woman if she wants to come up and deliver the word for him, and then starts telling the visitors to praise Jesus while speaking in tongues. When the woman finally does reach the altar, he grabs her by the head and appears to shove her out of frame. Whitehead tells somebody to get her out of here and says he felt threatened, seemingly as justification for what he did. He then continues the service normally, like nothing happened. That's one thing he gonna do. He gonna continue like ain't nothing happened. It don't matter what it is. He done got robbed. It don't matter what it is. He gonna continue like nothing happened, but then turn around and seek sympathy from the people. You know what I'm saying? They're saying now cops responded, but we've learned Whitehead has yet to be booked or processed for this. And at this point, it's unclear if he's going to be. Let's get into some video of what he had to say because he did put this up. Let's see here. Let's get into some video of him trying to explain what the hell. And I don't think there's no way for him to really explain that, but we'll listen. We'll entertain him. Okay, so let's get this up. Let me unmute this guy.
How y'all doing? How you doing? Not gonna be on long, y'all. I'll do a live probably tomorrow or something, but just wanted to let the people that care about me know that I'm okay. People that care about me know that I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. And I know that everybody's building a narrative, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, so for everybody that is wondering what happened, and I'm just gonna be very careful. I'm just gonna be really, really careful on how I speak about this because um, people are really, 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 really trying to use me and my name for their capital gain. So today, um, we had some visitors in the church. We had some visitors in the church, and they were sent. They were sent, y'all. They were sent by, and I'm gonna say it like this: they were sent by um, two two nobodies, two bloggers that are nobodies, and they were sent in to my church to disrupt my church. And you guys, you probably don't know the bloggers. If you're in, if you know me, you wouldn't know them. And but if you're in the church, you know who they are. Um, and I'm gonna say it like this: I um, I have lawsuits out, and you know when retaliation is retaliation, that's just what it is. So these gentlemen, and we have proof, these gentlemen sent these two women in my church to disrupt my church. Um, and they came in videoing. That's probably what you guys are seeing going viral. Um, they came in videoing, and it was a whole setup. And I allowed the lady to talk, speak her piece, and curse me out and do whatever she wanted to do. But then when she said "and she" and started to um, throw threats at my wife and started to charge at my wife, that's what you guys saw. My wife have my baby in her hand, and we're not going to have another rendition of my daughter being in harm's way or my wife being in harm's way. We're not going to do that. So that's when I took action and I grabbed the young lady and escorted her out. And I got the video, y'all. I got the video that y'all don't see. I am a gentleman. I am pro woman. I don't, I'm not an abusive man. Never been, never will. Um, you know, People that know me, my father died when I was sick, got killed when I was 6 weeks old. My mom and my grandmother and my older sister raised me. So, I am very, very pro woman. And but these people were sent into my church to disrupt my church, and this lady went towards my wife to attack her and my daughter, and that's when I grabbed her, okay, and did what I had to do, what any man and any pastor would do. Okay, we're just off of the experience of three men coming into my church, robbing us, and putting a gun
This man, no,
in
he be
my
lying,
wife's
baby.
face and in my 8-month-old daughter's face. She was 8 months at the time, and that's not going to happen again. So for everybody that um, that feels whatever they want to feel, y'all can feel whatever y'all want to feel. And No, I didn't choke her. No, it was nothing like that. I grabbed her and escorted her out the way she needed to be escorted out. And I asked her, I said, "You're gonna be removed. You gotta leave." And she walked back. This is something y'all can't see, but we have video in the church. We have video in the church. Okay, we have video in the church, and we also know who was behind it.
Not him saying he
So
grabbed her and
they
escorted
want me
her.
to say
Like
their
that's
name
any
because
better.
all they
I
want
can't.
is followers. And the young ladies were downstairs. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Yeah, the young ladies were downstairs, and they were actually talking to one of the gentlemen, and and guys know who they are. It is what it is. But and if you look on their pages right now, they're trying to create content, y'all. That's all it is. It's an attack on who I am, and that's just what it is. But I am not a. Hold on a second. I am not. In jeopardy, or my family's safety is in jeopardy, I'm going to do what I got to do. And that's just what it is. And you guys, they're not doing this in the masjids, and they're not doing this in the Jewish synagogues. But yet, in the black church, right? I don't want to hear about no white man. I don't want to hear about no other race. It's us. It's us. The people that are my color are doing this, right? And at the end of the day, I keep telling you, I'm not no punk. If it was a man that came up, it would have been a little different. Trust and believe, it would have been a little different. All right, it would have been a whole lot different. So if you think that y'all gonna come and walk in my church and act crazy, all right, you're gonna get escorted out. Whether if you get dragged out or you're gonna walk out, but you're gonna get out.
It's the lies for me because you just got robbed by men that came into your church. Like, why you ain't run up and done up and nobody else, but you gonna do it to this woman? But now you sit over here talking about how you not no punk, this, that, and the other, sir. And then you talking about you gonna put people out. Those people did not get put out when they sat up there and robbed you of all that jewelry. Girl, I cannot. I can't. He's doing a lot. But we're gonna get into another one of his videos because we're not gonna finish this. I'm not. We're not gonna finish this one, baby. Um, we not okay. But what we are going to get into is a video where I believe he talked about him actually being arrested, and I kind of felt like, in my opinion, that this was giving a bit of race baiting. Because he wants to bring in the fact that, because he black, the police roughed him up and all this other stuff or whatever. So let me go ahead and just play this um really quickly.
The bishop. They would have never did it to a rabbi. They would have never did it to a priest. But because of the color of my skin, they arrested me. Not only did they arrest me, but when they put me in the police car, they injured my wrist. However, when they got me to the precinct, they put me in a cell. And then after an hour or so, the higher ups, once they found out who was there, um, came in and started to do some research or whatever they did. And all of the charges was dropped on me. But you don't get to arrest me for no reason. I'm going to protect my family. No one is going to come at my family, and no one is going to hurt my family ever again. I have to protect my family. I have to protect my church. They made a grave mistake in arresting the bishop. They would have never did it to a rabbi. They would have never did it to a priest. But because of the color of my skin, they arrested me. Not only did they arrest me, but when they put me in the police car, they injured my wrist. However, when they got me to the precinct, they put me in a cell. And then after an hour or so, the higher ups, once they found out who was there, um, came in and started to do some research or whatever they did. And all of the charges was dropped on me. But you don't get to arrest me for no reason. I'm going to protect my family. No one is going to come at my family, and no one is going to hurt my family ever again. I have to protect my family. I have to protect my church. I just want to give you guys an update. Yes, I was arrested, but I was released, and all the charges were dropped, or they called it voided out, whatever they want to call it. So if I did do something, why am I not still there? Right? Let's use logic. Let's use logic. and she's still there. Amen. So I just need y'all to get that understanding. I'm not scared of y'all, and I'm not scared to be in my church. And I'm going to continue to be in my church. But one of the things that you're not going to do is come inside of my church and do what you want to do. That's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. I just want to give you guys an update. Yes, I was arrested, but I was released, and all the charges were dropped, or they called it. Let's give Jesus a round of applause.
All right, so y'all just heard what he said. The only thing that I could think of, since he's talking about logic, think logically. Why was I going? And she's still there because she was, I guess you would say, trespassing. Even though it's a church on Sunday, so everybody is welcome, come as you are. And she came as she are, and then she got put out, okay, by way of somebody's hands being around her neck in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? But because she was on his premises, and he about told her to leave or whatever, she continued to be there. Like, that's probably the only reason why they decided to, release you but keep her. But he trying to make it seem like they did some research, and they know who he is, and because of who he is, basically trying to make it seem like his reputation precedes him in a good way as to why he ended up being released and she didn't. What? Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. I hope he gets security in the church, child. He won't. It sounded like they were having words. I don't know why that lady was there. She probably was there, to call him out and interrupt his service. And because of that, that's why she allegedly was still arrested. And this is just his word. I don't know if the lady was arrested and still there or not. If you were arrested, it's because you put your hands on her. The race car is not in this picture. Right. Stop that narrative. We are black, watching you put your hands on a black woman. That's what I'm saying. And then he tried to sit up there and lie for me, talking about the lady was going towards his daughter and his wife. And I'm like, I don't know. The lady looked like she could have been getting ready to leave the church. She just happened to walk across the front. And then you decided to snatch her up or grab her. So when they said, he asked her if she would like to come up and like preach the sermon or preach the word for him, which is why she started walking up. That's not what that looked like. It didn't look like she was walking up to the pew. And the way that he grabbed her, y'all, it just gives me, what you be doing to your wife? If that's how you would treat this woman, then what you be over there doing to the lady that, you be swearing you be out here protecting and stuff? It's not making sense. Okay. She was probably there to give more to the statements about the incident. Well, she is said to be the granddaughter of the lady he scammed from his church, allegedly. Wow. Whoa. He uses hot topics and buzzwords. He's a black man, my wife and baby, etc. It's everybody else's fault, and he's the victim. Disgusting individual. Definitely uses those. Yes, ma'am. Definitely does that. For sure. And definitely be given trigger words. That's exactly what they are. But I just wanted to come to you guys real quick, like this morning, to give you guys a quick live. Okay. You can finish the conversation down below in the comment section. All right. Be sure to like the video if you have yet to do so. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do that as well. I'm going to try to come to you guys live later on today to do some reviews on the shows that came on the OWN network over the weekend. Love and Mary Huntsville. Oh, such a bore. But what else? Bell Collective and Ready to Love, another bore. And then later on today, hopefully we can get into Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine. Okay. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and all that great stuff. I'm Jamie That's Me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie That's Me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.